everyone, after yesterday's little adventures messing about doing YouTube shorts, I managed to get mud all up the side of the car from driving through numerous puddles. So today again, we've got the GTR out. This time we're going to go over about the blow-off valves and whether they're any good or not. I'll be honest, I can't back it up with any performance statistics. I haven't been on dyno or anything. I just like the sound of them, so I thought I'd stick them on. So it might be doing it more harm than good, but we'll find that out, I suppose, eventually in the future when it probably blows up. But in the meantime, these ones are going to flick around and show you. These are the GFB, or hold on, GFB. They're the GFB ones from Australia. Anyway, I'll go over whether they've been a good investment or not, because there has been a little bit of an issue, and how this is resolved depends on how I feel towards them, I suppose. Right, in the meantime, let's have a look. So these are the Deceptor Mark IIs. They replace the standard OME or whatever ones. You see, these ones aren't plugged in, so these ones are 600 quid for a pair. One there, one there. And at the moment they are opened manually by hand, which I shouldn't have done because that's very naughty, but I had a problem with the wiring and it didn't work and it tripped out and it's blown the wiring. So hopefully this company should hopefully sort that problem out for me, but in the meantime I've been naughty and I've manually opened them. So they're both opened around 25%, so we do get a bit of a blow off sound. Let's go and have a see what they sound like. Welcome back. Now we're in the car. I hope the microphone's okay on this little GoPro. So we're going to go get the car warmed up, so we might as well go for a cruise through town as you do. Once we get it warmed up, we'll take it out on the open road, we'll move the cameras about, we'll get some blow off sounds, we'll stop and we'll have a good rasp of it, and I'll go over the problems that I had with this. So in the meantime, let's get this beastie warmed up. So this at the moment I have had for just over a year now. I know because I've just had to redo the insurance for which isn't too bad, to be fair, because I'm an old person. And the engine itself is not had many modifications. I've just put the dump valves on. Other than that, it's stage 1, so it's running around 600 horsepower, which I assume is probably at the crank. So let's go for a little rasp and see what it feels like. Tickling that dump valve there. So the side is, when I wired them up, they had no instructions for what fuse to use, so I put in 5 amp fuse just to safeguard it, although I wasn't recommended to use any, and straight away they blew. And after a little bit of investigation, the wiring is damaged, but I think after waiting maybe a year and not really getting this resolved, I decided to go against my warranty on these, and I had a look myself, and to find out that I'd been running around with one 25%, maybe 30% open to atmosphere, and the second one was still fully shut. Now, because as you move them manually, which you're not supposed to do, I can hear the servos moving inside. So it's not damaged, it's still connected. But now I believe that stuck valve was the reason why the wiring blew. So there's a little control box in it, and that has some parts in it that an electrical company said they couldn't even source, never mind try and replace. So that one I am absolutely stumped. It needs to go back to manufacturers, and the manufacturer is in Australia, so that's not massively great for the UK buyer. But in the meantime, they are kind of cooperating, so we might get somewhere with this. Now they understand what's gone on. I've told them, I've admitted I've had it to bits, and the mechanical failure has probably caused the electrical problem, and they are willing to entertain the idea of having a look at this and see what happens.
more screws and plug.
Yeah, no, that's what you get when you get big bucks. There's no audio on this at the moment because the microphone's off. In fact, I'll use this later.
You'll probably have a remote control cast.
Yeah, I will be getting one. Sorry, we're just going to take 5 minutes because let the car cool down a bit because we've just done a few little pulls from my mate. Now, my friend Nick Wheeldon there, now that was just one of them moments. You couldn't have planned that. The lad's just passing between jobs and waved over and come and have a look, and he's very, very knowledgeable when it comes to electrics, hence why he's an electrician. And I was showing them the problems with these dump valves, and when he was looking at it, he says, well, all you need to control them is just the controller from an RC car, the little servo controller. What? Exactly, the simplicity of it, yeah, actual purposefully designed, purposely designed part for an RC car is exactly the same, and he even says the plugs are the same on the wiring harness to an RC car for the little servos that control the steering. He says that it even run both servos at the same time, and the yellow wire apparently would send the pulse signals to know exactly where each of the servos are. I would never have thought of that, but that is just amazing. So if I don't get anywhere with GFB parts and they can't help me and they aren't going to sort out this wiring problem, this little box now on the wiring thing after it's blown because of the dump valve that is stuck, then this will be the way forward. We are going to make a video on how to control these dump valves with the servos on using an RC car steering controller. That'll be awesome. In the meantime, we're going to start the car. I'm going to give you a little sound of the valves running at around 25% open. I've judged these by manually opening them, and I put the flat of a drill bit, the rounded part of a drill bit in very carefully and very carefully closed them up onto them, so the gaps in each one are exactly the same. So we'll have a little listen to see how they sound at 25%. So as you can see, it does seem to make a bit of a different kind of blow-off sound when you're in motion, when it's letting off maybe, I don't know, maybe a lot more pressure. I don't really fully understand how it goes, I'll be honest about that. But when you seem to be travelling and you let off, it's more of a prominent dump valve sound. But when you just sat at a stationary and you give it some, it still makes it. So I set off doing the video today and I wasn't very optimistic that we're going to get a solution from GFB. We might still do, yeah, but I feel a lot better now that my good friend Nick has come up with more of a DIY solution to quite a technical problem. So hats off to him, and hopefully we'll get this problem sorted and then we'll see what it's like. Well, that's it for me now today. I'm going to take the car home. I'm going to go back to the chip shop and go get some dinner because I am absolutely starving. In the meantime, and let the car cool down because it's had a bit of a harsh life today. I've probably put it through more today doing this video than I ever have done. So in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. All right, see you again soon.
Girl, he only fought you over cause you let him. Girl, I guess he didn't know any better. Girl, that man didn't show me ever. Do all I can just to show you it's special. Certain it's your love that holds me together. You say he